What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? So, welcome to Wednesday's discussion. So, if you have not already, please go back. Monday and Tuesday are topics. So, Monday, we talked about the Dolly.com breach. They were hit with ransomware. On Tuesday, we talk about how almost all of Maine, I think Shannon found the numbers. So 1.3 million residents of Maine were affected. He went and looked for how many residents of Maine really exist. It's like 1.37 is what you said.
1.372
So
million.
almost 100%. I think it's like what, 97%? Something crazy. Not laugh at Maine people, just laugh at the stat. Like, why do they stop at that? We're trying to figure it out. But it looks like the entire state, and that could be not just a Maine thing, right? Depending upon more information. Like as we continue to talk about this, like this could be an issue across all 50 states. We don't know. But I bet you some facet move it has its hooks into every one of these states as well. So we'll see what comes of that. And then obviously today will be our discussion, another breach. This is the week of breaches, apparently, at least in discussion form. Like every day is a day of breaches, apparently, since like the early 20s. And then the 20s, it's weird to say, like 1920, 2020, you know. Um, and then Thursday will be a throwback, which will probably be Move It. I'm going to go find, probably might be the John Hopkins episode, to be honest with you. I think that's still pretty timely. And I want to see if that's progressed as well, if they actually are being sued because of Move It. And then Friday, everything else, movies, books, games, all that good stuff. We finished Loki. We finished a few other things. I did not finish Spider-Man. I'm right there, though, right there at the end. But we'll discuss all the above. Without further ado, I'll give it to Shannon.
All right, everybody. This article comes from TechCrunch.com, written by Zach Whitaker, and it's Mr. Cooper says customer data exposed during cyber attack. Mr. Cooper is a mortgage company, right? Mortgage loan giant company. And I actually, as I'm thinking about this, like when I first purchased my home, I think I had Mr. Cooper, but it was sold like within 2 months of it being.
Oh, you started with, see, I didn't
I
start with
think I
them. I'm
did.
with them now. Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
Rushmore or something like that was my company, and then they sold me to Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, it was quick. It was quick though. It was like maybe 2 months, and then all of a sudden we got a new one saying, "Hey, this is who your lender is now," right? So and that happens regularly, right? In the mortgage with mortgage companies, right? They'll sell them off or do whatever. I'm a little fish, compared to everybody else out there, right? They're not selling off Tiger's mortgage, you know what I mean? Tiger's multi-million-dollar mansion, whatever
Right,
company
right.
finance some of that. They keep it if they finance it at all. Tiger got money like that, so maybe he didn't. I don't know, but anyway, Mr. Cooper suffered a recent cyber attack, and so they have a notice on their website that was published recently, a couple days ago. They said they're still investigating what data may have been exposed. It remains unclear what kind of cyber attack hit Mr. Cooper's systems. Right. So to give a little bit of reassurance, though, Mr. Cooper themselves, they do not store any banking information. Right. That's related to mortgage payments or anything like that. That's not stored on their systems. A third party company. Right. And based on that, they don't believe that was affected by the incident that's happening here, right? If it's a different system altogether. But for what they have for you, their mortgage lender, they got the good pertinence, right? They got the social security number, the birth date, the email, all that stuff that can be, again, the gift that keeps on giving, right? They got those things that can continue on down the road. For cyber criminals to try to pursue and try to get their hooks in it even more, right? So with this cyber attack, right? Like they're in their second week to where this is still affecting them, right? So it actually happened on Halloween, right? So October 31st was when it happened. So we're 2 weeks down the line. And they still are dealing with this, right? So they said they shut down the systems to limit the cyber attack, which is a good thing, but they gotta let the customers know, and I'm hoping they did. So Ryan, I hope you got something if you
Oh
were.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
We
all right,
got emails. There's a letter on the way. So
yeah.
yeah.
Even after they sent the email, right? Because
Mhm.
that could be fake, right? That could have been somebody else saying it's the case. Hey, here's an email saying you were affected. Go to this link type thing, right? That's how they try to get you, right? It could have been the cyber criminals. You never know. But a letter is a little bit more work into it to we can pretty much rest assured, it's actually from the company, right? Um, But they say they expect, Mr. Cooper said they expect to incur up to $10 million in additional vendor costs during the fiscal fourth quarter based off this, right? This sucks, right? Like you, we, you and I, right? Like we think more about cybersecurity, but even in aspects like this, like I don't think about cybersecurity in this sense of when I've applied for a mortgage or anything like that, like what they're doing on the back end. I think about it when I'm logging into the website, right? Whether or not I'm going to change my payment or do whatever, right? Then I'm thinking about it. Like I'm checking for the lock on the website. I'm doing all these things, right? For cybersecurity and whatnot. But this is, to me, it's just one of those things where it gets missed a little bit. And you would think I'd be more in tune with that to know that, yeah, this is how this happens, right? I had to do an application for this, that, and the third, right? Like all that information is stored somewhere. But yeah, this is a tough one, man, especially if it directly affects you, man. You're just like, you know what I mean? Like you said last episode, it's like I've been hit by so many things, right? Or maybe we're talking about it offline. I don't remember.
Right. No, it was last episode. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just like you get hit so many times now. It's just like, like, and we kind of make a joke about it, right? Like, okay, do I need another life lock? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm already protected because that's what they're gonna do for you, right? But yeah, this is a crazy one, man. But again, this is the world we live in, right? This is what we have to, well, this is what we have to expect, and we have to kind of remember this when we're going forward with everything we're doing that's being automated, that's being that requires more cybersecurity. What am I trying to say here? Like thoughtfulness, like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have to be more, yeah, we gotta be better at this, man. Like there's no helping it because, the company, I'm not gonna say the company's at fault, but like it's not from something that the people did that have a mortgage through Mr. Cooper. But you have to start thinking now, okay, what am I gonna do? What can I do now to change what's going on with this, right? Like, I don't know, like, especially if it's, you're not going to change your social security number, right? You're a criminal at that point if you start doing that, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Like,
there's,
what is that process? I
yeah,
think you
yeah.
can if you have been severely impacted, like somebody stealing your identity. I think you can, but I don't even know what that involves.
That'd be really suspicious, right?
Right.
Just, 'cause especially in this day and age when it's happening all the time. Like if you have like four social security numbers in your lifetime, they're gonna be like, all right, what's going on with this dude, right? Like all of a sudden, your phones are gonna start clicking when you're talking on them. You know what I mean? Like I said, NSA is
His
on.
phone's tapped.
Yeah, that's an old thing. That's an old landline thing. Like the phone's clicking. You know what I mean? I don't
Right.
think you get that on cell phones anymore. But I don't know. But Ryan, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah, so I am Mr. or yeah, Mr. Cooper. I keep on saying Hanging with Mr. Cooper because that was a TV show when we were growing up. But Mr. Cooper does service my mortgage for now. So well, this could happen to anybody. We don't know what caused the breach and what have you. All that information has come out yet. But what I do know um is coincidentally I started receiving a lot of phishing emails, phone calls, and text messages around this time. So it could be just coincidence. I'm not trying to get sued for libel or whatever. Uh, so I don't know if it was due to Mr. Cooper, but like right after Halloween, for the past 2 weeks, I've been getting hit. And like to the point where I was reaching out to my wife and the kids, like, did y'all get compromised? Like, what is happening? Like, why am I getting so many? Like, it'll be like a phone call because they're not like some of them coming from unknown, so I don't answer unknown phone calls. Like, I don't know you, so I'm not answering that. But then some are coming from the local area, like, hey, um, a lot of them have to do with glass replacement for the house. Like, hey, we were contacted by a third party vendor to replace the glass in your home. Something's damaged. And I'm like, who are you? And what are you talking about? So I was like, at some point, someone must have flipped the switch, hit a button or something. So I'm reaching out to family, and then that's when I found out about Mr. Cooper, and I'm like, because it's the same theme or I'm getting text messages to the same effect, to which I report as junk. Don't click the link within it. Don't respond, because some of them would like say respond yes or no. No, no, just you're junk. So report to spam. The phone calls, as soon as they say who they are, I hang up on them. I'm not trying to be rude. I just like, I know like that it's not for me.
Not
Um,
even a take me off your list, like none of that. You just
no, I just hang up, like, because they have real numbers, so they're being contacted by someone, um, or they switched the number out. I don't know, potentially. Like they all had seem to have the same theme though, so it's kind of weird. I just don't want to engage, right? After the first couple, and I'm just like, that's so super weird. And then, like I said, like emails, I'm getting a ton of spam emails. all with like written wingdings or uppercase, lowercase weirdness. Like they just don't look right, right? So I don't even open them. I just click the spam button to get rid of them. But all of that seemed to surface around that time, and it's not one of those things where I'm being hypochondriac where I heard about Mr. Cooper and now I'm associating all these things with Mr. Cooper. It happened before I knew about Mr. Cooper. Like the timing was just right. Like I stated in the last episode, I think this is the year of the password reset. So I think I'm going to clear everything out. Uh, well, I don't know if it allows for a token, it's going to get a token. If it allows for MFA is getting cut on. Like all of the like I could be frustrated and not engage because I'm just tired of doing this, or I can go overboard and I can reboot my life with new passphrases and themes and things of that nature. I'm kind of wanting to take the easy route. Like we talk about how browsers can now give you the really weird passwords, right? To try to uh, but that's not like we've talked about LastPass, we've talked about Chrome. Like once they get compromised, you still lose everything anyway. It's just all in one bucket. So I don't know what to do. I just know I need to start over. It's like spring cleaning. I think that's the theme for the holiday going to 2024. I want to come in with all new passwords for to kick the year off right because I just don't know who has my stuff, who stole my stuff. Kind of want to change my phone number, but that's a lot of work. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But I just know I need to do something. I need to be engaged in it. I can't just roll over. We got to start fresh. So that's what's going to happen this holiday. So kind of sucks, but thanks, Mr. Cooper. But uh, it's funny that you brought up the third party taking auto pay because yeah, while this was happening, I was trying to access the site because I wasn't sure if I need to manually pay or if they're going to still be auto pay. So I was just like, I don't want to miss my date, right? I didn't like the site was down, but they still took their money. The mortgage still got paid, so they were good on their side. But it's probably because of the third party, right? They didn't have to worry about their internal infrastructure. Somebody has to collect that money for them, which is a good thing. I'm glad that that's separate. So we'll see what the rest of the fallout is. But I do believe I have been impacted because I have been receiving a lot of spam. So it is what it is. So like again, don't roll over. If this is you, if you've been impacted over the past couple years, if not this year, right, with the T-Mobiles and the Move Its and now the Mr. Coopers and things of that nature. Because I reached out to a friend complaining and she confirmed, she was like, yeah, me too. And outside Mr. Cooper. I was like, they're getting us all.
So and this is the thing, like what I don't want people to be complacent, right? Like, yes, we're talking about how it happens all the time, and we're bringing it to you every week, right? Like, we're bringing it to you, letting you know what is
Yep.
out there, what is going on. But don't let complacency set in. Um, like you still have to be vigilant. You still have to, make the necessary changes because this is the other side of that convenience we have with
Yep.
doing everything electronically, right? This is the bad part of it and what can happen. So, but we've all elected into it. Nobody stood up and said, no, we shouldn't make things easier. It should be hard. Pen and paper, pen and pencil and paper,
Right.
everything again, right? The original delete is the eraser on the back of a pencil, right? Like it's the original delete. It's not just a button anymore.
Right.
Like
Right.
it,
No emails. We're only doing faxes is the
right,
most we're gonna do.
right. So, and that don't help you, right? Like when it comes to faxing, I say that real quick tangent. I know it's not really related to this, but like my wife got injured recently, and like with going back and forth electronically for a referral for some medical stuff, it's not working, right? It's not working. So they had to actually fax a referral to this company, and it still didn't work. Like they still
Yeah.
didn't have it. We called. We're just like, come on, man! Like what is going on in this day and age?
Yeah, I don't trust facts because even though you're supposed to like, I know the number. It's like a 16 million digit number. I hear the tone. It has a cover letter. I just feel like I still have to call you to make sure you got it. At that point, it should have been an email because I had to fax it to you and call you to make sure you got it. That's a lot.
It's
But
crazy, man. So we'll see.
yeah,
We're gonna check it again on Monday and be like, all right, do y'all have it now? Because like that, I bet you that fax machine is probably sitting in a closet somewhere, not even hooked up. Like it's a number that the hospital has.
right,
This is their fax information that they haven't used in 5 years. That's why they don't have it. So
right, exactly. But yeah, we'll see. Again, don't be complacent. Switch all your stuff out. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit me up on the social medias. Stay safe. Stay secure.